is a major problem, but I'm not sure everyone is aware of it. Annually, about 1.2 million people are killed by road accidents, and between 20 and 50 million more are disabled by it. These are avoidable. They are not just accidents. They are human errors, which with proper governmental policy can be dealt with. And I hope we can reflect on what each individual government and each of us in leadership, what role we can play.
This is an epidemic of colossal proportions. We have got to respond. We can apply our know-how to helping these other nations and in turn probably learn a lot from them. But this is a challenge we can't ignore. 40,000 deaths in the US cost $300 billion. What would it cost for 1 million deaths? What could that be costing us as a civilization and as society?
I think it's extremely important to remember that road accidents are much more than mere statistics. People suddenly are cut off in the prime of their lives. I've had such a loss. In fact, my husband had a headlong crash with a truck just 4 years ago and died almost instantly. It was something very, very difficult for me and my children to come to terms with. At the same time, I feel I'm a working person, an earning person. I could cope with this. And I'm horrified when I think of families that lose a member where really they do not have any other support in the family. And this absolutely unnecessary tragedy that takes over people's lives.
For Vietnam, it is a huge problem. You have roughly 15,000 people every year dying through road accidents. And unfortunately, most of the accidents happen to young people.
Because of the huge explosion of motorbikes from less than 500,000 in 1990 to more than 14 million today, there's chaos on the roads here. Unfortunately, it all happened so quickly that the population really did not have a chance to become fully educated about the importance of safe driving, basic driving skills, and most importantly, the lack of wearing a helmet. We have mainly focused on public awareness, education. We've had a particular emphasis on children. How do you gauge the life of a child? You see the sea of shining faces at some of these ceremonies, putting the helmets on their heads, and just the notion that one of those children may be saved, they may be saved from serious brain damage. It's a truly moving thing. Most people from the industrialized West really have no comprehension what a serious problem this is. But when people often hear about the work that I'm doing with helmets and children, they say, oh, that's lovely. You know, we have similar programs in our school where we want to make sure that children wear helmets when they're skateboarding or riding their bicycles. They have no idea that this is truly a war. It is a war on children. They are innocent victims. They are suffering incredibly. In Vietnam alone, we're losing about 500 children a month that are being killed by road crashes.
Mình nghĩ vấn đề tai nạn giao thông này là vấn đề toàn cầu. Các nước dù đang phát triển, các nước phát triển hay các nước lạc hậu.
Road safety is a serious international problem that doesn't just concern developing countries, but also developed countries. The Vietnamese government really wants to learn from and share the experiences of road safety with other countries, incorporating the strategies that have proven to be effective. One of these solutions is to make the wearing of helmets compulsory all over the country.
And if Vietnam, through this project, can demonstrate to other countries, to other developing countries, how comparatively cost-efficient and easy it is to improve road safety, this could have a signal well beyond Vietnam, well beyond Southeast Asia, to the rest of the world.
Well, I think there's an opportunity here for political leaders who become aware of this issue to really become involved in a big way, because what this needs more than anything else is national champions. It needs some heroes of road safety. It needs some people in positions of leadership to say, enough is enough. We could, without being alarmist, you can see from the figures, you can see that there will be millions of children, millions of young children killed on the roads of the world in the years ahead. Many of those ways and means of reducing deaths on the road and injuries and disabilities don't depend upon a great deal of money. Most of the key ones could be implemented by developing countries at their current level of economic development. These things can be done. There is so much that can be done, and it could prevent so much misery and tragedy. It would be outrageous if it were allowed to continue into the years ahead.